Hello everyone and welcome back to Journey Crochets. For this tutorial we'll be doing this beautiful bralette featuring puff stitch bodice and these cross center tie cups. And I filmed this in two parts. So part one is just the bodice and part two are these cross tie cups. And I did it that way because this was a new cup that I was just kind of trying out and I did like how they turned out. But I also wanted you to have the option to use a different type of cup if you like. If you wanted just a plain basic bralette cup or something else you wanted to do, maybe a halter top, you can totally do that as well. And then if you do it that way, you can skip ahead at the end of part two and kind of see how I did this, the straps and the border. So for this tutorial, you'll need an F hook, which is a 3.75 millimeter hook, and then medium weight 4 yarn, and also some stitch markers. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to get started by making a slip knot. And for the foundation chain, an extra small can chain out 86. A small is 98, a medium is 110, large is 128, 1x can chain out 140, 2x is 146, and 3x can chain out 158 chains. And once you chain out your chain for your size, we're going to start on row 1. And for row 1, we're just going to skip this first chain and single crochet into the second chain from the hook, and then we'll just be putting one single crochet in every stitch across until we reach the end of this chain. Now we're going to start on row 2. So chain 1 and turn your work, and we're going to start off by putting one double crochet in the first stitch, chain 1 and a double crochet in that same stitch like that, and then from there we will chain 3, 1 2 3, and skip 2, and then we will single crochet in the next stitch, and then we will chain 3, 1 2 3, skip 2, and a V-stitch in the next stitch. So the V-stitch is just double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet in the same stitch. So that's what it looks like so far. So from there we will repeat that pattern. So chain 3, 1 2 3, skip 2, and single crochet in the next stitch, chain 3, skip 2, and V-stitch in the next, which is double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the same stitch. So that is our stitch pattern. So towards the end you should have a V-stitch and then a chain 3, skip 2, single crochet, and then you should have 3 stitches left. So once you have 3 stitches left, to end the row we are going to chain 3, 1 2 3, skip 2, and in this last stitch we will put a double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet in that same stitch. And that is what it looks like so far for row 2. Now for row 3 we're going to chain 1 and turn our work, and we're going to start off with a double crochet in the first stitch, and then we will chain 1 and put 2 puff stitches in this chain 1 space here. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into this chain 1 space, pull up a loop, but pull it a little bit high, kind of like as high as your double crochet, and do that 2 more times. So that was 1, 2, and 3. So now you should have 7 loops on your hook. You'll yarn over, pull through all 7, and then chain 1. So that is your puff stitch, and that's the first puff stitch. We need to put 1 more in the same chain space. So yarn over, insert your hook into that same chain space, pull up a loop, and pull it higher, kind of like the double crochet height, and do that 2 more times. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and pull it high, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and pull it high. So now you have 7 chains on your hook, or 7 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 7, and chain 1. So that is 2 puff stitches in that same stitch, and then from there we will chain 1, skip 9, which is all of this in the middle. So basically we'll be working into this next V-stitch. So in that next V-stitch, we're going to put a puff V-stitch, and a puff V-stitch is 2 puff stitches, chain 1, 2 puff stitches in the same stitch. So let's do a V-stitch. So yarn over, a puff stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook into that chain space, pull up a loop, and do that two more times. 1, 2, 3, and then yarn over and pull through all of those and chain 1. So that's our first puff stitch, and we need 1 more. So 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over and pull through all of those and chain 1. So that's the first 2, and then we will chain 1 and put 2 more puff stitches in the same stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and last one. 1, 2, and 3, and chain 1. So that is our puff V-stitch. Okay, so from there, once you do that, you will chain 1. You will repeat that. So chain 1, skip 9, and another puff V-stitch here in this V-stitch below. Two and 3. So that's 2 puff stitches, chain 1, and 2 more puff stitches in the same space. So that is what it looks like. And so you're going to continue repeating that stitch pattern all the way across until your last V-stitch, which is this one, has a puff stitch, a puff V-stitch in it. Okay, so once you make it to where your last V-stitch has a puff V-stitch in it, then we're going to chain 1, skip 9, which is all this middle, and we'll be working into this last chain 1 space. So we're going to put 2 puff stitches in the chain 1 space. So that's 1 and 2. And then after that, we will chain 1 and put a double crochet in that last stitch of the row. So that is what row 3 looks like. Very pretty stitch pattern there. So for row 4, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And now we're going to double crochet in the first stitch, chain 1 and double crochet in that same stitch, and then from there we're going to chain 3, and we'll skip this puff stitch part and single crochet into this chain space here. Then we'll chain 3 and put a regular V-stitch on top of this puff stitch here in the middle. So the regular V is double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So that's how we're doing it. And then chain 3, single crochet in this next chain space, chain 3, and V-stitch in the middle of this puff stitch here in that chain 1 space. So double crochet, chain 2, double crochet there, chain 3, single crochet in the chain space, chain 3, and V-stitch in the middle of this puff V-stitch. That is our repeating pattern for row 4. So you're going to repeat that pattern until you have a single crochet in your last chain space before that, the 2 puff stitches. So go ahead and repeat that pattern until you get here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So when your last chain space has a single crochet, from there you're going to chain 3, and then you will double crochet in that last stitch, chain 1 and double crochet in that same stitch. So that is the end of row 4. And now we are simply just going to be repeating rows 3 and 4. So you're going to continue to repeat rows 3 and 4. So sizes extra small, small, medium, and large. You'll continue that repeating pattern until you finish row 8. And 1x, 2x, and 3x will finish row 10. And that is the row with the V-stitches, not with the puff stitches. So now we're going to start on the border for the bodice. Okay, so from here we're going to chain 4 and turn our work. And now we'll start on the border for the bottom of the bodice. So this chain 4 counts as a treble crochet, and now we're going to work a treble crochet 2 together in this chain 1 space. So yarn over twice, insert your hook into that chain 1 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and don't finish your treble, and then do that one more time. So yarn over twice, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then you'll have 3 loops on your hook. From there you'll yarn over and pull through all 3. So that's our treble 2 together, and then next we will chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we'll put a treble 3 together in that same chain 1 space. So yarn over twice, insert your hook into that same space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and we'll do that 2 more times. So we'll be doing 3 together instead of the 2 together. Insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So this time you should have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 4. So we just did a treble 2 together and a chain 3, treble 3 together in that same space. And from there we will start our repeating pattern for the row, which is to skip 9 And skipping 9 is going to be skipping all of this. Basically, we're working into this next V-stitch. So we're going to skip 9 and then work a treble crochet 3 together, chain 3, treble crochet 3 together, chain 3, treble crochet 3 together. So yarn over twice, insert your hook into this next V-stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over twice, insert your hook into the same space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and one more time, yarn over twice, insert your hook into the same space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and now you'll have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook, and then chain 3. And we'll put that same stitch, treble crochet 3 together in this same space. Okay, and then we will chain 3 and put one more in the same space. One more treble crochet 3 together. Okay, and that is what it looks like now. And so from there we're just going to repeat. So we're going to skip 9 and work into the next V-stitch below and just go straight in by doing our treble crochet 3 together, so yarn over twice, sorry, treble crochet 3 together, chain 3, treble crochet 3 together, chain 3, and one more treble crochet 3 together in the same space. So you're just going to continue repeating that pattern by skipping 9 and working that treble crochet 3 little cluster together inside of the V-stitch, and you'll keep doing that all the way down until your very last V-stitch has that treble crochet 3 little cluster thing in it, and I'll meet you there. All right, and once your last V-stitch has that repeating pattern in it, we're going to finish the row by working a treble crochet 3 together, chain 3, treble crochet 3 together in this last chain 1 space. So we'll put treble 3 together, chain 3, and treble crochet 3 together in the same space. And that is the end of that row. Okay, so now let's do the final row of the border. So let's chain 1 and turn. And we're going to work a single crochet in this first stitch and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and a single crochet in the same stitch. Then from there we're going to start our repeating pattern, which is to put 4 single crochets in this next chain 3 space. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to put 4 single crochets in the next chain 3 space. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're at the middle treble cluster of this little section here. So once you get to the middle one, we're going to single crochet into that stitch, chain 3, and single crochet in the same stitch, like that. And then from there we will repeat that pattern. So from there we're going to put 4 single crochets in the next chain 3 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 single crochets in the next chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we will single crochet in that middle stitch there, chain 3, and single crochet in the same stitch. And once you do your 4 single crochets in that last chain 3 space, so 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll have your 1 stitch left. So in that last stitch we will single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet in the same stitch. And that is the end of the last row of the border. So now we can just go ahead and chain 1 and fasten off for the bottom. So now I'm just going to put our bodice aside. That's what it looks like so far. Just put that aside, and now we will start on the cups. Thank you so much for watching, and please join me in part 2 for these center tie cups, or if you want to make your own cups, please still check out part 2 so that you can see how I did the border and straps for your size. Bye!